Hi guys, it's the Nivs here with another video. This is a Doctor Who related video, but so calm down. I'm not going to be doing a reaction video this week. Simple fact is I just don't have time. But that's no excuse. I promised you a Doctor Who video every week and a Doctor Who video every week. Sorry, you're going to get. So what I'm going to do is just give you my own personal top 5 favourite episodes of the new era. I'm going to be concentrating on the new era, like I said, for the time being. Go back to some classics a bit later on down the line. So before we continue, let's just roll the title, shall we? So, top 5 moments. Before we carry on, I just want to say thank you to those that watched my Emmerdale video and actually commented on it. The people that usually watch, even though it wasn't Doctor Who related, you still came up and you left your note and you left your little comment. And you know what? It was nothing to do with who, but it was very much appreciated. Excuse me. I'm going to try and do this unedited. There may be a few little breaks in the video, but that's purely because I had to either cough or breathe. Number 5. Talking crap. Right, number 5. A lot of you will probably go, what? Why has he chosen that one as his number 5? Just adjusting the camera slightly. Why has he chose that as his number 5? My number 5 is Love and Monsters. Okay, so now don't go mad, don't go like why has he chose that? It's season 2 episode 10, I think. It was a great filler episode. It was a bit of comedy, it was something really light-hearted, and I like the comedy aspect from Elton, the character Elton. It was good knowing that everything that, like that first 10-15 minutes of everything that's happened to him, like spaceships crashing into London, dummies coming out shop windows, and this is from a normal bloke's perspective, a bloke who's, let's face it, is a bit of a hypochondriac, if you know what I mean. Lots of comedy elements in this, like he had to build a rudimentary pulley system to avoid the glass getting him out of bed after his window shut. Me, little things like that. You know, you watch my videos, so you sort of know what type of sense of humour I have, and this is just my sense of humour. Playing with some 80s music, ELO, the Electric Light Orchestra. I think it was just a really lot hard. And Peter Kay, okay, Peter Kay's Absorbaloff character was a bit of a joke, but I think the whole episode was just that little bit of a joke, really. It was a great filler episode. I think it was aimed mainly at the kids. I think the episode was. I think the designer of the costume for the Absorbaloff was won a competition on Blue Peter, which is a UK children's television show. They do a lot of Doctor Who related competitions, etc. I think Deep Breath for Peter Capaldi's first episode. A Blue Peter contestant designed the 3 Sonics used by Vastra, Strax and Jenny. That's the type of show it is. But going back to this episode, I go off subject quite a lot. But it was just the fact that it was a great filler episode. It was full of comedy. It was full of quick-witted little comments, well written. Russell T Davies, obviously, but with that sinister character of Victor Kennedy, Mr. Kennedy, and there were some great people who acted in it. I think the person who played Mr. Skinner, for those who didn't know, a bit of a fact for you, for those that live in the UK, there is a Alexander, the little dolls from the comparethemarket.com. Compare the milk. Right, if you live in the UK, you'll know what that means. Mr. Skinner does the voice for the Alexander the Meerkat. Fact. Check it out. But my number 5, Love and Monsters, for the simple fact it was just, even though it was a jokey little episode, not a lot of the Doctor was in it, it was just a bit of fun. Harmless, great fun, and I personally thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. I could watch that one over again. Funny. And the fact that this is just for all you boys out there. Anything does happen in the future, you can still have a sex life with a slab of concrete. Right, number 4. My number 4 episode, me personally, this is by the way, is Midnight. Once again, written by Russell T Davies. Well acted, I think, from everybody involved there. So we've got who was in it? Who was in it? You know when your brain goes completely blank. Right, that's it. Leslie Sharp. Okay, Leslie Sharp's is a famous actress here in the UK. She's been in quite a few big dramas. But the fact that her and David Tennant, and it does a clip on YouTube about telling you how they did it. It's the talking and the talking over each other and the mimicking. I thought that was brilliant acting on all behalf, and even the passengers when they're trying to throw the Doctor off the train, off the coach, wherever it is on the tram. I thought it was just, everything was just so well acted, and Patrick Troughton's son actually played the Professor. And that, I can't remember his first name, David, I think, David Troughton. He played the Professor. So that was nice to have a member of the Doctor Who family, if you like, involved with this episode. But it was even down to the last little bit of the episode where Donna's repeating the Latin that the Doctor said to him, and he's like, well, just don't. And Donna's like, I understand, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Well acted, well written, well directed. I thought it was just, for a one-off episode that had nothing to do with that particular season arc. Another filler episode, if you like. I could watch it over and over again. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that, but that's my number 4. I just love that episode. It was just everything about it, but mainly down to the performances of not only the main cast, but the supporting cast as well. Midnight. Number 3. My number 3 episode is a Christmas special episode, and it's entitled The Time of the Doctor. Now, I'll be surprised if this isn't in a lot of people's top 5s, to be honest with you, of the new era. But hey, this is just my opinion. You don't have to share it. I think that this episode, which was Matt Smith's swan song, was just brilliant from start to finish. It was, I can't remember who, I'm guessing it was obviously Stephen Moffat written it, but it was from the start to finish, the comedy aspects, the serious decisions and the acting roles that were, you know, the decisions that were made by the characters were just, it was just a really clever, well written, honest, good episode. I'll run through a couple of examples. The Doctor's age, when we knew he was heading back to Trenzalore, and the transition throughout the remainder of his life, really. He became part of this community. It obviously changed him. He loved them, and the relationship between the Doctor and Clara as Nan was very intriguing to me. I don't think I want to see how that relationship went any further, so I'm glad it stopped where it did. Just the Nan playing Twister. But anyway, like I said, this is just unedited. I'm saying what comes out of my mouth as I'm going. But yeah, and is it just me, or is it Tasha Lem? Yeah, Tasha Lem. Is it just me, or just any of the guys out there find Tasha, or even the girls find Tasha Lem quite attractive? I do. Then you've got the Handles character. How many out there? How many people felt a little bit upset for Handles? I did. But once again, I thought it was just a cracking story. I mean, obviously, because it was a Christmas episode, as they do on Doctor Who, they have to have a bit of snow. But it was... I just really enjoyed the whole aspect of the action, the Doctor growing of age, and the fact that I think they cheated a little bit with how they gave the Doctor his regenerations back. I thought that was a bit of a cheaty way around it. But I suppose it fit in with all the previous story arc. You know, the cracking time and the cracking space, you know what I mean, from Gallifrey. Excuse me if you think I'm rambling, I am rambling, but I'm trying to do this unedited, so excuse me. It was just a fun, serious, sad, exciting episode. And then we meet the man who's got new kidneys and he doesn't like the colour at the end. How strange. It was also the first episode that a regeneration scene has ended with, instead of seeing the new Doctor, they're seeing the face of the companion. Check it out. Fact. This is the worst video ever. I've cheated a little bit with my number 2 and my number 1, because even though they're classed as separate episodes, it was pretty much a two-parter, and that's World Enough and Time and The Doctor Falls. I've left my reviews anyway about these two episodes, but I think of the new era anyway, the new era of Who, I think these are probably the best 2 episodes I've ever seen. Even if you want to class them as a 2-parter or even a 3-parter, if you want to do that, that's fine. If you think I've cheated, that's fine. But if you want to know what my favourite 2 episodes are, these are the 2. It's, even though it's technically 1, it's the writing, the performance from Peter Capaldi, and all the supporting cast. Michelle Gomez, John Sim, Paul Mackey. It was just, yeah, I don't know what else to say. It was just, oh, and obviously, what's his face? Plays Nigel. Name escapes me. It was just absolutely out of this world, to be honest with you. I'm gobsmacked. Oh, you've seen my reviews of it anyway, and if you haven't, look back. But the 2 of the probably the best, well written, well directed, Rachel Talalay, well acted, even the supporting cast. Matt Lucas, that's the Matt Lucas. It was just tremendous. I can't say anything really bad about either of the episodes, either of them. So my 2 and my number 1, that I know it's probably classed as cheating, but I like them both equally as much. I suppose if I had to give my number 2 slot, I will give it to The Doctor Falls, and my number 1 slot will go to World Enough and Time, simply because World Enough and Time was fantastically acted all round. The story was good, the build up to the finale was a fantastic build up, and that's why I've chosen that one as my that that episode specifically, World of Nothing Time, as my number one slot, if you like. That's it. You're probably thinking, oh my god, that bloke rambles the shit out of everybody. Yeah, I do ramble quite a lot, but I'm trying to do this unedited because I find that doing it unedited and speaking about each episode as I'm going about it brings that more realism to the way that I feel. And I don't want to be scripted going there. I think it's really good because what's the point? So please let me know your thoughts about anything I've said. I'm real. I try to keep myself real. You know what I mean? I don't want to be as scripted. I don't want to practice everything I'm going to say. I'm just going to say what comes out of my head and out of my heart as and when. I hope you appreciate that and don't think my videos are shit because, well, they are shit, but I'll just try and be honest. I don't want to be scripted and be crap. It's crap, but you know what I mean. Honest. Anyway, your bums are hurting. You've had enough of me. And unless something really fantastic happens, I will see you as normal next weekend. Please leave your comments below. Please subscribe. Share the shit out of the video if you really like it. And see you next week, I guess. Toodle pip. Have a good one. It's not toodle pip. Bye.